the Lufthansa Heist of 1978. What began as a plan to steal a few $1,000s turned into a multi-million-dollar heist that left the FBI scrambling for answers. Let's rewind the clock and see how it all unfolded. In the 1970s, New York City was a crime-ridden metropolis. Organized crime syndicates controlled much of the underworld, and the mafia had its hands in everything from drugs to racketeering. It was in this gritty backdrop that the Lufthansa Heist was born. Meet Jimmy Burke, the mastermind behind the heist. Burke, a member of the Lucchese crime family, was known for his ruthlessness and his ability to evade the law. He wasn't a made man due to his Irish descent, but he was just as dangerous. The heist wouldn't have been possible without an insider, Louis Werner, a cargo agent at JFK Airport. Deep in debt from gambling, Werner saw an opportunity when he tipped off the mafia about the massive amounts of cash flown in by Lufthansa. With inside information in hand, Burke began to assemble a team. Every detail of the heist was meticulously planned: timing, security loopholes, and escape routes. It was meant to be a clean job with no witnesses. December 11, 1978. In the early hours of the morning, Burke's crew entered the Lufthansa cargo terminal. With security subdued and no alarms triggered, they went straight for the vault. What they found was far beyond their expectations: $5 million in cash and nearly $1 million in jewelry. The crew made their getaway swiftly, leaving no trace behind. They believed they had pulled off the perfect crime. But as we'll see, the hardest part was yet to come: keeping the money and staying out of jail. As news of the heist spread, the FBI was brought in. But without any solid leads, the investigation stalled. Authorities found themselves chasing shadows, while the crew celebrated their windfall. But Jimmy Burke had a different plan. To tie up loose ends, he began eliminating members of the crew. One by one, those involved started disappearing, each one a reminder of Burke's paranoia and fear of betrayal. One of the key figures in the heist, Henry Hill, was a longtime associate of Burke. But as the walls closed in, Hill became an FBI informant, eventually helping to take down several mobsters, though the heist money remained missing. Despite Henry Hill's testimony, Burke and many others involved in the heist were never convicted for the actual robbery. However, Burke would eventually be imprisoned for other crimes, ensuring his downfall. To this day, much of the stolen cash and jewels from the Lufthansa heist have never been recovered. Some believe it was laundered through businesses, while others think it may still be hidden somewhere, waiting to be found. Although the heist may seem like a perfect crime, its aftermath was anything but. The murders, betrayals, and eventual arrests serve as a stark reminder of the price of greed and paranoia. Airports like JFK were hotbeds for organized crime during the 1970s. The mafia used their influence to infiltrate the cargo and logistics operations, moving drugs, money, and stolen goods under the radar. The Lufthansa heist wasn't the first crime to happen at JFK, and it certainly wasn't the last. The Lucchese crime family, one of the 5 major mafia families in New York, played a crucial role in the heist. Led by Carmine Mr. Gribbs Tremonti at the time, they had vast control over the city's criminal underworld, from drug trafficking to heists like Lufthansa. The success of the Lufthansa heist inspired a wave of high-profile robberies in the years that followed. Criminals saw it as proof that meticulous planning, insider information, and brute force could lead to multi-million-dollar payouts. The media's coverage of the Lufthansa heist was non-stop, turning the event into a sensational story that captivated the nation. Reporters dug deep into the mafia's involvement, and speculation about the missing money was rampant. This media spotlight added pressure on the criminals involved. In the aftermath of the heist, JFK Airport faced scrutiny over its security measures. How could such a large-scale robbery happen in a heavily monitored environment? The robbery forced the airport to revamp its security policies, affecting cargo handling and surveillance nationwide. The Lufthansa heist remains one of the most infamous and daring crimes in history. Though much of the story still lies in mystery, the legacy it left behind is undeniable. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the underworld of organized crime. Be sure to subscribe for more incredible stories from history.